So today is Colorado's first deadline for people who need help paying their rent. There will be another chance in a few months. After that, it'll get harder. Our Angeline McCall explains.
With nearly 6,000 evictions filed in January alone across the state, rental assistance, advocates say, is needed now more than ever.
But evictions are really bad and they harm people, and we're seeing it at far too great a level throughout the state right now.
Zach Newman and his team at the Community Economic Defense Project will help distribute the state's $30 million in state rental assistance funds.
That money will do an incredible amount for the people who receive it, but really there's just enough money to cover 1 month of evictions in Colorado.
Newman says rental assistance is most available for those who have already received a court summons to start the eviction process and are in dire need of help.
The use of rental assistance right now is really targeted to folks who are imminently at risk of losing their homes.
The state will open up applications again monthly through April. Then applicants will be chosen by random selection.
At which point all funds are anticipated to be spent and under state law need to be spent. So the money has to all be out the door by June 30th.
After June 30th, it's still unclear how much rental assistance will be available, meaning people who need the help might not get it just based on timing.
What happens when this very limited pot of money is used up, but rent is still high, wages are still not keeping up, eviction filings are continuing to increase. We have yet to land on a long-term solution as a state regarding what we're going to do about evictions, about high rents, and until we solve the underlying issue of affordability, this is the conversation we're going to keep having.
The state projects this $30 million will help around 3,700 households by the end of the year. Kyle.
You know, Angeline, when I talk to nonprofits that are doing this work, they say people are coming to them in more and more desperate situations, kind of farther along in the process. How has that process changed over the years of getting this help if a family needs it?
Yeah, the programs have changed pretty dramatically over the years. So let's say 5 years ago, someone who was rent burdened, right, paying 70% of their income towards their rent, they could go and ask for rental assistance and they would most likely get it, or there would be a higher chance of that happening. Now what's happening is that if you are rent burdened, you may not necessarily be eligible or qualify, or you may not necessarily have priority with these programs. And so what's happening is that people are finally getting rental assistance, but not until the very end, until they have that summons. And so that timeline is really scrunched. And even when people can get the help, it just means that, you know, they may not be able to actually use it.
Angeline McCall, thank you.